Hello everyone, I am Zorlax7. Today we're going to go over Dungeon 7 since Dungeon 7 has had a new route. This new route's about 10 to 12 seconds faster than the old one. It's a little bit more difficult. It's very heavily dependent on bombs. So if you can't maintain a good bomb count, it's not recommended that you do this route. I like to walk into this dungeon with around 13 bombs. I think you can get away with 9. I think that's the best. I think that's the least amount of bombs you can have. If you're feeling really uncomfortable with your bomb count, you can pick up extra bombs in Dungeon 6 right before you go enter the boss. So a few screens before you enter the boss, where you go downstairs, you lift up the elephant statue and goes downstairs. There's the floating bombs there. You pick up those, go downstairs, go back up, pick up the bombs again, and you'll get 10 extra bombs that way. So new Dungeon 7 looks like this. Oops. We're gonna want feather and sword. Do some diagonal jumps here. We're gonna go up here, and we're gonna do a super jump. We want to land on top of these orange blocks. So you have to do a super jump that is very low to the ground. So like a delayed super jump. It looks like that. So you want to jump into the wall, wait for a minute, wait for a second, and then do your super jump. Swing your sword up. So kind of like right as you land. It's pretty lenient. You can, if you for some reason can't do that, or if you're doing this really late or really early, I mean, it'll still. Like, you'll get stuck in this wall, but you can jump down. So it's not a big deal. So you're gonna want to do one of those. Hold your sword to the right, or jump and hold your sword to the right. And you're gonna use the spin to hit that crystal switch. You'll need to hit that crystal switch. Once you enter, you're gonna go up those stairs. Once you enter those stairs, you're gonna want to hold down and left. And then as soon as the screen loads, you're gonna move down and left for a little bit. Jump with your feather, and then swing your sword, all while holding down left. Because our goal is going to be to face up while holding our sword. So when you actually enter the stairs, Link is facing up. I need to find a save screen. When you enter the stairs, Link is facing up, and if you push two diagonals at the same time, you actually don't change direction, so you do a moonwalk. So that's why you hold your down left there. So you hold down left, jump, bring out your sword. The reason we do that is so we can jump and kill that guy really quickly. You need to kill that green slime for this next trick to work. So we're gonna go over bomb triggering in Dungeon 7. So my preferred method is to stand next to a pit, pick out your bombs, and mash. You need to lay 2 bombs within 4 frames of each other. So you have to mash kind of fast for it, but it's not impossible. Some people. I know TGH likes to do it like this. Oh, excuse me. He'll get there. Let's do it again. He'll stand next to the pit, menu for his bombs, and then when the menu, he'll unpause, and when the menu is loading, or when the game is loading back up, he's gonna start mashing so he gets that rhythm. Something like that. I prefer just to. I don't like to do that much. You could also do the other kind of bomb trigger that we discussed before, where you screen transition, move vertically, and lay a bomb all in the same frame. So normally what you would do is you would have your bombs out and then just buffer down in bombs, but for some reason that doesn't seem to work in Dungeon 7, so you need to add an extra pause buffer after you screen transition. So bombs, unpause, hold pause during the screen transition, and hold bombs the entire time. So you're at the screen transition, bombs, then you're gonna unpause, bombs and down, then when you're screen transitioning, hold pause again while holding bombs. That should work. For some reason, Dungeon 7 you need to do that extra pause. Same thing up here. You can do it like this. You have to have that second pause. What I like to do is I like to just stand next to this pit and do a double mash. So your mashing needs to be fast, or else you can just waste all your bombs really quickly. So I like to stand next to this pit and mash quickly, or try to mash quickly. What else is there? You'll see some people do an unbuffered type of trick. I'm not very good at it. It should look something like that. Basically, you want to lay bombs as you're landing while holding up. Maybe not while holding up. Whoops. I'm not very good at this. I don't do this at all. The goal is to lay bombs when the exact time you're screen transitioning. So you don't need to use a pause buffer for that, but I find that to be a little bit inconsistent. for me, but it is faster that way. So you're gonna do the same thing here. You're gonna break this pillar with a bomb trigger. The way you're gonna do that, let me reset the room properly. So this is what we had going into the room. I'll save right here. You're gonna super jump over this wall. Have bombs out when you super jump. So some people like to do their next bomb trigger like this, where they'll push bombs and push start immediately after, and then they'll switch out to their feather because you need your feather anyways. And then when you unpause, you can just hold bombs again to buffer the bombs. So it'll look something like that. If you, yeah, that's I just wanted to. I need to demonstrate something real quick, and it's gonna be not easy to do. I'm gonna do frame advance. So note, look next to the link that the bomb, you can still see the bomb on the pit. This you cannot buffer to actually do the bomb trigger. So if I try to do the bomb trigger as normal, hold A, nothing, it doesn't work. So that happens when you push bombs and then push start on the next frame. I'm trying to demonstrate it. I'm not very good with. So if I push A and then push start on the next frame, I can't do the trick by buffering. So that's something to keep in mind. So you want to have a little bit of a delay. Bring out your feather, hold bombs again. Then you're gonna lay a bomb right here. Actually, my preferred method when I go through this room is I actually just like to do the unbuffered version right there. I find it a little bit easier for me. But you do whatever method works for you. So you're gonna have this. You're gonna lay your bomb right here. Jump to the screen transition, and you'll do this one as normal. You don't need an extra pause buffer, so you can pause to get out your boots, and just hold down in bombs. And that's actually where the routes reconverge. So you don't have to pick up the ball once at all. And that's it. Maybe I'll do a real-time version in real time, so we can see what this new route looks like. So bomb and feather and sword, diagonal jumps, low super jump, face to the right, diagonal jump with a sword spin. Then I'm gonna go to these stairs, hold down and left, and then jump while facing up. We need to kill this slime or the trick will not work. We need our bombs out. Ooh, see, I missed two, so I'm actually in bad shape for bombs. And I actually don't have enough bombs to complete the dungeon now. Which is actually perfect, because that brings me to what we have to do next. So if you're in a race or whatever, you can't reset for whatever reason, you're low on bombs, make sure you have at least one bomb to break this wall right here. If you're running low on bombs, you're still on the first pillar. To stop what you're doing, make sure you have one bomb to break this wall right here. Then you're gonna go basically upstairs and grab the floating bombs thereafter. So it's a pretty big time waste if you don't have if you waste your bombs. But that's what you have to do. You have to grab those and then go back to where you were, and finish up the dungeon that way. I suppose I'm gonna test this out right now. Actually, you want to do it on the other one. You can diagonal or sideways push this. Do not use any arrows. If you use an arrow, this trick will not work. I suppose you might be able to do something like this. Yeah. And then you can break that pillar like that, and then circle back around by going left. But this is where the routes reconverge. So if you watch the other video I have, you'll be fine. And this is where and then you make your way to the rest of the dungeon. Yes. So that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. And that'll be it for this video today. Thanks for watching, everyone.